Welcome back to a new video, guys. I hope everyone's doing okay. We're just going to crack on and try and see if we can put a dent in this truckload of salvage that we bought. And we're going to start off by bringing in the Honda HRV, because the comment section on the video that I put out went crazy about that car, and a lot of you had a theory of what was actually wrong with it. So let's get it by the door and actually get it cleared out first, because it's full up with stuff, and then we'll get it on the ramp and do an inspection of what needs doing to that car. Before we get started on the car, guys, I thought I'd just show you what we are up against. It does have quite a lot of personal effects in it. I'm not really sure why they're still in the car. This is not something that I've seen before. You do get the odd little thing, but never full up like this. So I just thought I'd show you guys literally how packed out it is with stuff. I think I did briefly show the inside of it yesterday, but we got a cat box in there. Hopefully no cat. But yeah, quite a lot of stuff. I don't want to show anything with somebody's name or address on it, so I've got to be careful here. What we got here? Sat nav, Chris. Yeah. We've got satellite navigation there with all the leads. Oh, that's a shame. I'll tell you what, we'll probably try and send that back, because obviously they use that. It's well looked after. It's in a little bag, so we will return that to Copart. There's quite a lot of personal stuff in here. There's a pair of sunglasses, so yeah, we're probably going to return some of that. And I don't know if any of you know that it's actually against all of the rules and regulations to contact a previous owner, and if you do get caught doing that, then you will be banned for life. So that's not something we do. We need the auction site, so we buy them as is, where is, and if they come with the history and stuff like that, then that's all good. If they don't, we do just leave it. Let's get on and get this cleaned out. Deal there, guys. Just literally cleared out everything that was in the car, and as you can see, there was a lot of stuff. All of that has come out of the car, and they are essentially personal effects. You would have seen we've took everything out of the back, cleaned it all out, hoovered it, and put it all back in there. It's got a couple of minor little bits I've noticed, like one of the hangers for the parcel shelf is actually broken off up there, but that's something that we can sort out straight away. And also, what I will get you to do, Chris, just flick that chair back. Guys, I initially opened this and I was saying, oh, it's got a few receipts and bits of paperwork in there. I didn't realise it's actually got two, and I've just gone through it. We've got the locking wheel nut, every MOT, the folder with all the history in it, and loads of other receipts for the car. So for those of you that say, do they always not come with paperwork? Do they come with paperwork? Do you know what? Out of 3 of those cars so far, we didn't even look in the Astra, did we? But we found all the paperwork for this. The Fiat 500 yesterday, I put my hand down the back of the seat. I'm just going to walk out here quickly because I put it on the passenger seat. As you can see in there, the service book was behind the back of that seat. It's all full up with paperwork and bits and pieces in there, and I found the service book in there, and obviously the Golf that we went through, that had all the service book in it as well. So we're now going to be moving this inside getting it on the ramp, getting it up in the air and finding out what the undercarriage damage actually is. You're going to let you go, mate. I'm filming this bit. Yeah. Oh God, I'll wait till you stop the ramp. Oh, undercarriage. Undercarriage this one, guys. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely undercarriage, all right. And you did see the exhaust hanging off, you're right. But it ain't been split. Guys, those of you that reached out in the first video, I don't know what day this video is going out, but last night I put out the video of the lorry load. So many of you said, yeah, right, the undercarriage, someone nicked the cat off that, mate, and you guys, you are absolutely spot on. And it looks like they've had 2 goes at it. Look, they've tried cutting it there, gone further back, and then just hit that transfer case there, but no damage on it, and cut the lambda sensor. So that will explain why the engine management light's on. And so many of you said, I guarantee you, Rob, it's going to be the cat. And what a coincidence, having a cat box in the boot. But do you know what? I found that funny. It's a £200 car, and I'm sure that we're going to be able to get it fixed worth the money. It was a cheap car, and that is all that is wrong with it. It's so nice finding all that paperwork in it as well. That's made it even better. So I'm just going to cut short there for a minute, and we're actually going to go online and see if we can source an aftermarket cat and lambda sensor for it. I've done a bit of ringing around. Aftermarket cat, £175. Where it's been cut, it would need a new middle section as well, because it's been cut obviously after the flange, and the link pipe that comes down out the manifold had also been cut, so that would have needed a complete exhaust system apart from the back box. So Chris went and had a look in the container and around the yard for some exhaust pipe and to see what cats we had, and the only cat we had was actually for the little blue Fiesta that I used as a parts car. So we took that to a friend of mine that does cats, and he had a cat off of a Honda. So we bought a length of tube, exhaust tube, which is exactly the same thickness as the one on the car, which was 41mm by diameter. This is where they originally tried, no, it's the other side of this, where they tried cutting it, just through there. And we've cleaned that up. I'll just turn that over. We've cleaned that up now, and as you can see, Chris is going to weld that up. Then he's going to go ahead and actually weld up this new piece that he's attached here with the little bit of a kick in it. We're going to be joining that to this section, joining that section to the cat, and then the last section there, and Chris has just welded in the bracket for the lambda sensor, and obviously we've got the lambda sensor for this one as well. So we've got all of those bits there. We're going to just chuck it on time lapse, and Chris is going to piece that together like a puzzle, and we're going to get it bolted back on the car. have seen Chris there working his magic. That's the repair done there where it had been cut, and that's a new piece there all welded on. The lambda sensor is all welded in there now with the socket for it. That tube's welded to the cap, and that tube's welded to the cap there as well. So we're now going to get this bolted back on, get this offered up, get a couple of tacks on it. Hopefully we'll be able to get it off and weld it up. If not, we'll do it on the car. So guys, as you can see, lovely bit of welding there from Chris. And that is all welded back on, right under the shield, the heat shield there. So we're good to go. We're now moving on. Chris is over there on the bench, getting them ready. The new lambda sensors, we're gonna pop them back in, get them all plugged in, plug the car in, see if we can turn out that engine management light. And then, I'm not going to tell you what's coming next because that'll spoil it. Guys, we've just put it down off the ramp, and this is what we've put on it. One was a 2-wire, one was a 4-wire. They're just universal O2 sensors. We've had to put 2 of them in because obviously they was missing. So we're going for the first start up. Yeah, did have the engine light on, so I've got the little computer there. Listen how quiet that is. Little squeak there, fan belt or something. Let's get it plugged in. Guys, this is very, very basic, but they're perfect little things, these OBD readers. And this one's from Sealy. I will put the link for the description, and they're really, really cheap as well. It's perfect when you get a light on, you can check your own car rather than taking it for a £30, £40 plug-in. DTCs, read codes, entering system, current DTCs. Yeah, O2 sensor, heater circuit.
See that, Rob? It's a bit bright.
It is a bit bright, isn't it?
Can't see it, can we?
Can you not? It says there, O2 sensor, heater circuit. What about if I turn these lights on? It'd be a shame not to show it. Is that any better?
No.
No?
You need to come right close. That's probably better.
Yeah, you can see that there, guys. O2 sensor, heater circuit, bank 2. So we'll click enter on that. I'm reading it again, aren't I? Looking like an amateur. Right, we need to go back to the previous menu, because now we know the fault. Then we go down to erase codes. Can you see that engine light in that as well? So erase codes. Yeah, it's gone out. Erasing codes, please wait. Erase done. So we'll OK that, and then we'll go back into read codes. Just make sure it has gone. Yeah, nothing. So we're good to go there now. There's no codes left on there. I'm happy. Guys, even from here, you should be able to notice what I've just done there. It really, really did drag this car down, and that's them headlights, how dull they are. If you are going to try and do this yourself, just be really, really careful, because they are plastic lenses and you can end up ruining them. But look at the difference in those two headlights now. And literally, that's just took 5 minutes. I flatted it off, bit of wet and dry, bit of T-cut, spun them up with the mop, got the mop down there on the floor, and then I went over with some turtle wax and hand polished them after. And what a difference that does make. And I kind of did that because I looked on the MOT history, and last year these were both an advisory where they were quite dull. So I've decided to spin them up because I've looked at the MOT and it does run out next month. So we are going to be running it over for an MOT in this video. But if I stand back here, look at the difference. It just completely changes that car, Chris, doesn't it? Just brightens it up. And while I've been doing that, the HRV badge on the back was quite poor and it was all breaking up. So Chris has gone ahead and took that right off and spun up the rest of that just to make it look nice. I'm going to just chuck it on time lapse and do the headlight on the other side so that you guys can see me. Just having a well-earned first clean. It is filthy still inside. We literally emptied out what was in here but didn't hoover it out, so hopefully it comes up pretty nice. It's completely finished, all in one episode, start to finish, and that is what we wanted to do. We don't want to try and hang it out and do 2 or 3 episodes on it. If we can complete it in one episode, that is exactly what we want to do. It's no Rolls Royce, but it really is a lovely little automatic car. I will jump in and show you the inside in a moment, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Those headlights have made a huge difference to the appearance of this car. It just looks completely different. Let's open it up and I'll tell you what's next. As you can see, I've just been and bought oil and filter for it. It has got a little bit of an oil leak coming out the oil filter. So Chris said, Rob, do you know what? Let's do it. MOT, I've just taken it over and it's now got a year's MOT on it. And that cap that we put on it seems to be absolutely fine. It's a bit blurry there, but let's go up a bit. You can see it's this vehicle and it passed all of them. So it's now got a nice new year's MOT on it. Again, they've cleaned it up inside. We didn't have a full valet, just a mini valet, but it really does look different. Nice, bright and presentable now. A real nice car. I didn't realise I'd still left those on there. They're gonna need to come off, both of them, but let's get it in the workshop, do this service on it. Again guys, trying to do it all in one episode. I thought I'd turn you around this way. You can see Chris cracking on with that oil and filter in the background. It's been an absolute pleasure to do this little car and it has turned out fantastic. So there's not really numbers that we can do because I told you what we ended up paying for the whole parcel of cars, but we have worked it out with the cost of the car, the fees, the delivery, and what we've spent on it this morning. So 40 quid for an MOT, £15 for a valet, and that, believe it or not, was only £24.50 for the oil and a filter. One thing I did want to mention, a lot of you that you said I'm learning so much and I plan on servicing my own car. Guys, when you do go and buy the parts from a motor factors, don't forget, you know, you're bringing them business and you're buying the parts from them. Do not be shy to ask them, how much oil does my car hold? Because they've got it all on their auto data there, and they just said to me, 3.5 litres, Rob. And they said that because I always ask. And that does kind of give you half an idea of how much to put in before you stop and check the dipstick. It kind of gets the majority of it in there. Even though some oil does stay in the car, we'll probably put 3 litres in this, then we'll start the process of checking the oil. So anyway, we've worked it all out. Chris, what was it? £485 for that car with a New Year's MOT on it, completely finished, and we're chuffed to bits with that. And if we do decide we're going to sell it, which I don't know if we are or not, we'll probably put it up for £1,100, and that will be a cheap little automatic for that money. Again, we're really happy with it. So guys, all done in one episode. I do hope you enjoy it, and please drop your comments in the comment section and let us know what you think of the little Honda HRV. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram throughout the day for some little sneak peeks. Like, subscribe and share. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And there was one last thing, but I forgot it. We'll see you very, very soon in the next one. I just remembered, so I thought I'd better put it in. I know there was a few little segments of time-lapse in this video, and we are trying to make a habit of not actually doing that, but like I said previous and early on in the video, we don't want to milk it. The car only took 1 day to do, so here it is. Even though we've done it over 2 days, we spent a few hours yesterday and a few hours today, it is only literally took 1 whole day to do. So that's the reason why there's a bit of time lapse in there, and we do hope that that is okay.